So thank you very much for coming today, coming back again, and especially on Sunday morning, which might be not the easiest day to get up early. We will start with Kriyas and meditation. So simply make yourself comfortable wherever you are, with back nice and straight, perhaps rolling your shoulders back a few times. Inhaling, lifting up, rolling your shoulders back, exhaling down. Inhaling again, just letting go of tensions from your shoulders. And making sure your back is straight, chest is open, shoulders are away from your ears, so you are not hiding your neck with your shoulders. And chin gently tucked in. Take a couple of deep breaths. Feel free to close your eyes. Checking how the air is spreading around your body. Expanding your chest, expanding your rib cage as you inhale, and then dropping down a bit as you exhale. Nice couple of deep, mindful breaths. Some people find they drift away when they close their eyes, so if that's you, simply look at the floor in front of you with eyes half closed. Now visualize you direct your breath into your entire body, into your legs, into your arms, and upwards into your shoulders and head. So your entire body is breathing. Nice, few more deep breaths, checking how you feel today and if you hold any unnecessary tensions. And if you find you hold any tensions, just take a nice deep breath in into this part of your body. It might be groins, might be shoulders, maybe ankles. And now adding extra seconds to your inhales and exhales. So take more air in than you usually take. And then engage your muscles to squeeze the air out. Couple times. Okay, and when you are ready, just open your eyes, come back to where we were when we started, but hopefully your mind is now more calm and more focused. So there was a great feedback regarding chanting last time, so let's do more of it. We will chant sound Aum, which consists of 3 sounds, A, U, M, and we'll focusing on different part of our body as we do it. So first belly, we will focus on our belly, perhaps even chest, depends how you feel. You will take a nice deep breath in and just make a sound Ah. You are on mute, so no one can hear you, but just for yourself so you can feel the vibration. So when you are ready, let's take a nice deep breath in together. Great. So that was in your belly. Now we will do sound O, and we'll be focusing on the throat, especially this place in your throat. I'm not an expert, but I'm pretty sure it has a name. So take a lovely deep breath in, and as you exhale, try to chant O in that place. O. Beautiful. And now we have sound coming from letter M, And we will focus on throat again, but this time more of a neck and glands area. So you have two glands, maybe you can feel them. We'll try to sense that vibration here as we do the sound. So letter M, take a nice deep breath in. So gently stimulating your lungs, not lungs, but glands. And now we'll do that again, but on one exhale, we'll do all three sounds going from the belly, through the throat, into your neck and glands, okay? So again, deep breath in. Great. And now we move into Bhastrika breathing. I don't remember we've done it last time, but in Bhastrika breathing, you will have to do kind of belly breathing. So basically where you have your stomach, it will be moving forwards and backwards depending how you breathe. So basically when you exhale, that's obviously when you squeeze your belly. So it's like a pumping action. And then as you inhale, belly expands. So squeeze, exhale, and it's quite dynamic breath and quite fast. I will demonstrate first before we start. So we'll do it 20 times, this kind of breath, nice energizing breath to create some fire. Pumping movements from your belly. Take a nice deep breath in with me and we'll start. Great. About 20 breaths, doesn't have to be precise. We will continue, but now with just one nostril at a time. So use your right thumb to cover your right nostril, and we will only breathe through the left nostril. The same kind of movement with your belly, pumping movement. Let's take a deep breath in together through both nostrils, and then let's start. Some of you may need a tissue at this point. So it's really cleansing your nostrils, and it will be much easier for you to breathe later as we practice. Okay, now the other nostril. So either use the other thumb or you can use the ring finger, pointing finger. It's really up to you. Deep breath in together. Exhale. And inhale again when you are ready through both nostrils. Great, and the very last one, place your fingers, maybe 2 fingers will be enough, on your nose. And as you inhale, just massage your sinuses, going all the way, I think it's called temples, that part of the head. So inhaling and massaging your cheeks, making a lovely crescent moon shape here. Truly squeezing, massaging your sinuses as you inhale. Now we'll move into physical warm-ups. So still wherever you are, sitting comfortable, just let's stretch the arms and warm up the wrists by grabbing the fingers. Nice. And the other one, again, do not overstretch. Remember, yoga is not a competitive activity. And then perhaps the other side, the other direction. So aiming for 90 degrees angle. Now, grab one of your wrists, doesn't matter which one, and take your arms over your head and pull that arm into one side without twisting your torso. You stay where you are, just pulling that arm. You should feel a nice stretch, opening your shoulder. Take a couple of deep breaths into your shoulder, perhaps deepening the stretch as you exhale. Nice, and change sides. Great. Okay, now interlace your fingers and stretch a few times in front of you, and then take your arms over your head. Look up and then look down. Keep stretching, going towards the sky. You can't see me, but your palms are flat, going towards the ceiling or sky, depending where you are. Nice straight back, deep breaths in. And next time you exhale, lean to one of the sides. Up to you which one you choose. Remember to breathe. This time you can go a bit further, as long as your sitting bones stay on the ground, or your ankles if you sit on your ankles. On the deep breath in, come back to the center, and on the exhale, go to the other side. Nice deep breaths in. Some of you might be experienced with Ujjayi breath or victorious breath. Feel free to use it now. And on the inhale, come back to the center. Great. Now interlace your fingers behind you so you can open your chest. Yeah, so your chest is lovely and open. Perhaps your arms are a bit away from your spine, but maintaining straight back, so do not curve your lower back too much. Take a couple of deep breaths here. You can look up if you like. So continuing with Ujjayi breath, if you want to learn how to do it, you simply have to tense the muscles around your throat, so that as you breathe, you create a throaty sound and you can feel your breath at the back of your throat. This kind of breath helps you control the amount of air passing through your airways. And now we will lean to one side. Again, choose your side. And maybe gently rotating towards the sky so you can truly inhale into that chest, one side of your chest. Take a couple of deep breaths there, expanding your ribcage on that side. Taking more air in than you usually take, as long as it feels comfortable. Okay, coming back to the center and the other side. Perhaps looking up if your neck is happy. Palms together, do not splay them out. On the inhale, come back to the center. We will stay with the arms together behind you, head rolls. Whichever direction you choose to start with. Slow and mindful movements. Great. And change the direction. Nice. Okay, release, shake if you have to. Make sure you are comfortable. We'll do a couple of stretches. We'll start with legs first, warming them up. Make sure you have enough space to stretch your legs so that you can massage your knees one at a time. Okay, switch legs. Now with your right palm, grab the right big toe and stretch this leg a few times in front of you. Okay, and stay where you are and stretch that leg. Hold for a couple of breaths. Don't worry if you can't stretch the leg fully. Everyone has a different body. You can also hold your shin if that's easier. You can put the other arm behind you for support to open your chest. And now direct your breath into the back of your leg, opening the knee. Great, looking towards your leg, and then maybe taking this leg out. It's up to you if you feel comfortable. Nice. Now bend the knee, hold this foot, and try to pull it towards yourself, towards your chest or face. Ideally your face, so you also pull it up a bit. Keeping the chest open and shoulders away from your ears. Lovely stretch on the outside of your right thigh. Great, and release. And now do a couple of rotations on your ankle, on top of the other thigh, both directions. And release that leg. Now left palm, left big toe. And stretch that leg a few times. Perhaps synchronizing the stretches with your breath. So as you stretch, you inhale. As you bend your knee, you exhale. So you don't have to go too fast. And then stay in the position. Trying to stretch that hamstring, opening that left knee, directing your breath there. After about third breath, try to take this leg out a bit, only if it feels alright. Great, bend the knee, grab the foot and pull it towards your face. Perhaps lifting up a bit. And check, maybe if you keep that foot vertical to the ground, you have a stronger stretch on the outside of the left thigh. Nice, and release, shake your legs. And from here we'll move on to all fours. We will start with classic cat flexes and extensions. In this position you simply have to have your thighs and arms vertical to the ground, parallel to each other. Spread your fingers nice and wide. As you inhale, look up, drop your belly. And as you exhale, curve your spine like a cat. Draw the navel in. Nice. Few more times in your own pace, following your breath. So let your breath guide you in those postures. Feet are flat on the mat. Perhaps stretching more each time, both in the flexion and extension. Try to go deeper. And the last one. Come back to neutral when you are ready. And now we'll go to one of the sides. I will go to my left side so you can see me well. Basically, I'm walking my palms to that side as far as I can, but my knees don't move. Knees stay where they are. When you reach your limit, stay there and take a couple of deep breaths into the other side of your torso. So that's how I'll twist this morning. And then start walking back and walk to the other side. Nice deep breaths. Coming back to neutral. One more twist, a bit deeper this time. Imagine there is a line going through the middle of your mat. Actually, my mat has that line. We will put on that line our right shoulder. So I'll demonstrate if you are not familiar. Right shoulder, head resting on the mat, while the left arm is free. So you can place it on your hip or on your sacrum if you like. You can even extend that left arm towards the sky, but only if your neck is happy. Now look up. If you have your arm up, you should be able to see your thumb. Nice deep breaths, nice twist. Remember to not to shift your hips too much. They stay as they were in the cat pose. So do not twist your hips. They stay just over your knees. Some of you will go even further with that arm, trying almost to bring it to the floor on the other side. Opening towards the sky. Feel the twist in your spine. Last deep breath in. And come out gently, come back to all fours. And we'll do the other side. So this time, left shoulder goes down in the middle of your mat. Assuming you are in the middle of the mat as well. Rest your head and your arm goes wherever you like. You have options, hip, sacrum, or towards the sky, fingers pointing up. Very good. If you're not sure about your position, put your palm on your sacrum. Make sure your thighs stayed vertical. The hips didn't shift. Look up, stretch also the muscles of your eyes. See your thumb. Perhaps go over with that arm to deepen your stretch, opening towards the sky. Especially your right shoulder. Try to open that shoulder. Gravity is there to help you. And slowly start coming out. And now we move into puppy pose. So again, legs are vertical, but your palms, you walk them forward and wide so that you can bring your forehead down. Look towards your thighs, they didn't move. Now press down with your palms, try to bring your armpits down. Maybe you can bring your elbows down, maybe chin and chest as well, depending on your flexibility. Couple of deep breaths here, opening your upper back. And to come out, press down with your forehead, bring both palms either side of your face. Simply, as you inhale, you lift that right leg up, but you are not opening your hip, you simply kick back with that leg. So again, hips don't move. And as you exhale, bring that knee towards your forehead. Slowly and mindfully, join me when you are ready. Inhaling, lifting the leg up, exhaling, moving into sort of flex cat really, but with your knee touching your forehead or nose. Again, letting the breath guide you. Only 5 times, and then switch sides. Five times on that side, and when you are done, just come back to neutral. We'll do some freestyle movements here. The only rules are palms and knees on the mat. The rest moves as you like. You can close your eyes to feel more comfortable. Listen to your body, check where it wants to take you. You have many options. Try to do anything you've never done before. Maybe snake-like movements, maybe wave-like movements. Whatever that feels unfamiliar. Very good. And coming back to neutral. We will unfold our downward dog, our first proper Hatha yoga pose. So again, palms stay where they are, under your shoulders. Knees are under your hips, but you tuck your toes under. We'll do it in stages, slowly. First of all, lift your knees off the mat and bring your thighs to your chest. You actually bring your chest towards your thighs. That's more accurate. So your arms and your back are in one line. You are pressing through your palms. Now lift those heels up so you have a nice 90 degrees angle, stretching your toes. Very good. Slowly start straightening your legs with heels up. So you have acute, maybe inverted V shape. Keep pressing through your palms, reaching the sky through your sit bones. Nice. And when you are ready, full dog, bringing your heels down. Not all of you will bring the heels down. But if you want to know the feeling, you can put a block or blanket under your heels to reach the ground. Stay here for 5 breaths. Gently tucking your chin in, but not too much, just to release your neck. Opening your knees, the back of your knees again. Strong pose, strong breathing for some of you. And when you are done, bring your knees down and rest, palms by your feet. Great. Now extend those arms in front of you, come back to all fours. Unfold your downward dog as we did, but much faster now. So chest to your knees, now straighten your legs and bring your heels down. If it's really tight, walk on spot, one heel up at a time to get used to this posture. Now from here we'll move to 3-leg dog. To do that, simply lift your left leg up, bring that foot to your buttocks and try to drop your left leg to the other side, to the right side. So gravity is helping you. You're opening the hip by trying to twist towards the sky, but your arms don't move. You keep pressing down through your palms. Strong posture. Keep breathing. Maybe look up under your armpit towards the sky. Good. Last deep breath. And come down. Switch your legs. Maybe walk on spot for a moment or two. And when you are ready, lift your right leg up. Foot comes to your buttocks and drop that leg to the left side. Look up. Remain mindful of your posture. Keep pressing down through your palms. Maybe going deeper. Opening your hip. And again, coming down, knees down, rest in child. We take palms towards the fists, towards the feet, so your wrists can rest. Okay, extend those arms again, come back to all fours. We will do modified sun salutes. So to get there, let's unfold this downward dog again. You know how this time, if you are new. And then extend the right leg back, not too high, and sweep it through. Place your right foot between your palms. And for now, bring the left knee down. Don't worry if it takes you a few moments to get there, it's fine. Now drop your hips. Palms stay on the mat, drop your hips so that knee can go a bit forward. Look up. We will take 5 breaths here. Shoulders away from your ears, neck is nice and long. Nice. And let's move to plank. So tuck your toes under, take both legs back. Plank, lower yourself down. Rest if you have to, and then sweep into Cobra. With Cobra, you simply lift the front of your body up. Arms are supporting you on each side. Elbows bent. 5 breaths. And come back to all fours and rest in child. It's a good moment to bring your focus as you rest. Imagine where you're gonna get to next time. And next time is the other side, the same posture. All fours. Tuck your toes under, unfold your downward dog. In downward dog, remember your feet are parallel and hip distance apart. No wider. There's no need for that. Inhale, lift your left leg up, straight leg, and sweep it through into runner, but drop the right knee, foot flat, sink your hips. You can even press down with your arm if you like, your palm on your sacrum. Looking down or looking up to you. 5 breaths. And from here we move into plank, so start tucking those toes under, take the left leg back. Another option to lower yourself down is to bring your knees first, that's easier, and then chest, sliding through into Cobra and opening your chest. Long neck, 5 breaths. You don't have to go too far. Just whatever feels comfortable. And come back to all fours. Shake those wrists. Yeah, let's sit down for a moment. And let's do now more dynamic version. So come back to all fours, tuck your toes under, unfold your downward dog. Take a nice deep breath in, right leg up. Sweep it through into runner. Drop the left knee down, foot flat. Inhale, this time feel free to place your palms on your thigh, so you rise up a bit. Opening your chest. Sinking lower with those hips. Nice deep breath in, and start moving into plank to lower yourself down as you exhale. Inhale, Cobra. Just 1 breath, come back to all fours. And when you are ready, let's move to another dog. On the inhale. Great. Again, inhale, left leg up this time. Sweep it through. Drop the knee, drop the foot. Rise up. Lower your hips. Very good. Make sure shoulders are away from your ears. Nice long neck, open chest. And prepare to come back to plank. Lower yourself down as you exhale. To inhale in your Cobra. In Cobra, elbows are by your rib cage. Unless you are very new to it, then it's okay to splay them out. And come back to all fours, rest in child. Very good. So that was 2 sun salutes in one. We will do a couple of variations now. But for now, just keep resting in your child, relaxing your wrists. Gathering your energy, bringing your focus back. And when you are ready, extend those arms in front of you. Parallel to each other or slightly wider. Come back to all fours, tuck your toes under, inhale, dog. Exhale. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, sweep it through. Now bring the left heel, the back heel down. 60 degrees angle more or less. Plant the right palm by your right instep. I'm demonstrating right arm, right foot. Now your right shoulder can press against that knee. Stay where you are with your left palm on your left hip, or extend that arm towards the sky. Back leg is straight. The right knee is bent exactly over the foot. Look towards the left thumb. Strong posture, strong breathing, maintain the body awareness. Try to visualize and grasp your entire body and the position it took. Few more breaths. Last one. Stretch towards the sky and exhale, bring that palm down. One smooth movement into plank. As you exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale, cobra. Come back to all fours and let's rest for a few moments. We have at least one new person, so let's take it slowly. And once you got your breath, then extend those arms again, unfold your dog. Next time you inhale, lift your left leg up, sweep it through into runner. And now you plant your left palm by the left instep. Bring the right heel, the back heel down, about 60 degrees angle there. And then expand the right arm towards the sky. Beautiful. Stay there for a few moments. Reaching towards the sky. You should be able to see your right thumb. Coming down next time you exhale. And move to plank. And exhale again, lower yourself down. Inhale, cobra. And come back to all fours. Feel free to sit down, shake your wrist if you feel like it. When you are ready, let's come back to all fours. And remember to spread those fingers nice and wide to give you good stability, to protect your wrists. And keep checking your legs. They should be parallel to each other, hip distance apart. Now tuck your toes under, unfold your downward dog again. And press through your palms so you have a nice straight back. Inhale, right leg up. And sweep it through. Now plant your left palm by the instep. The left heel, which is the back heel, stays up. And now open towards the sky. Reach towards the sky with the right arm. Look up. Your legs don't move, they stay where they are. The right knee is over the ankle. So do not shift your pelvis. Two more breaths. Great. Come down with that palm and move to plank. And next time you exhale, come down. Swipe through into cobra. And next time you exhale, come back to all fours. But don't rest. Tuck your toes under, unfold your another dog. Inhale, left leg up. And move it into runner. Now plant the right palm by the instep, few inches away from it of course, and then rotate yourself, look towards the sky, left arm up. So your left wrist, left palm is exactly over your shoulder. One straight line. If you don't feel the stretch, maybe take the back leg back a bit. Sink your hips lower. Stretch through the back heel. Nice deep breaths. Ujjayi breath if you are familiar with it. And prepare to come down into plank. Lower yourself down. Cobra. Inhale. And rest in child. Okay, prepare. Extend your arms. Come back onto your fours. Tuck your toes under, downward dog. Now this time we will rise up. Take a right leg up to get into your runner, but don't drop your knee. Rise up. Heel up. Palms on your thigh, hips. Or some of you, those more experienced, will maybe even clasp the palms behind you. Or take those arms over your head. Lower yourself down, sink with those hips. Open your chest, open your heart. And come down into plank. Down to the floor, cobra. Come back to all fours. And prepare for another dog. Straight away. Inhale, left leg up. Sweep it through into runner. Rise up on the inhale. Choose your option for your palms. Make sure you don't curve your spine too much. Maybe protect your lower back by shifting this pelvis, tilting it forward a bit. Strong core. Sink lower. And when you are ready, come down, all the way down. Inhale in your cobra. And rest in child. Nice deep breath. Stay here for a few moments. Extend your arms. Come back onto all fours. And fold your downward dog. This time we'll do a nice stretch. Take a right leg up as usual. Move into runner. Knee stays up, but plant both palms by the instep. Maybe take that right leg away to the side. And bend forward, bend your elbows. Some of you will bring forearms down. Stay here for a few moments. Deepening a stretch. Direct your breath into your groin. And the left heel, the back heel stays active. Stretch through that heel. Maintain the posture awareness. Straighten both arms. One smooth movement into plank. Lower yourself down. Cobra. And come back to all fours. Last dog. Inhale, left leg up. Sweep it through. And now take this leg a bit away to the side. Both palms by the instep. Maybe take back, foot back a bit. Choose your option, bend your elbows or bring your forearms down. If you bring your forearms down, maybe you can rest your forehead on your thumbs. Nice stretch. Keep breathing into the areas you are stretching. To come out, straighten both arms and move into plank. On the exhale, lower yourself down, maybe knees first. Inhale in your cobra and rest. That was your last sun salute. Rest in child. Now we are going to stand up, but be very gentle. Perhaps we can do it by moving first into Indian squat. So in Indian squat, you keep your feet down, heels up or down, it's up to you. And you bring your palms together between your knees. I think it's one of my favorite postures, so we do it basically every time. And here you try to splay your knees out by creating one line with your forearms. Do not collapse your chest. Open your chest, shoulders away from your ears. It's a quite active pose. Keep breathing. Gentle hip opener as well. Bringing your focus. Maintaining breath awareness. And in yoga, we always breathe through our nose, both inhales and exhales. Okay, now let's bring those palms down and start moving into forward bend, standing forward bend. Slowly straightening those legs, bringing them a bit closer towards each other. But don't rise up. For now, let's stay in the forward bend, swinging from side to side, perhaps clasping the elbows, letting go of tensions from your upper body. Shake your head, couple of yeses and nos. Swinging from side to side like a ragdoll. Good. Now release your palms, perhaps grab your big toes if you can, if not just hold your shins. Some of you might be able to step on their palms. Check if that's you. Straighten the legs, inhale, look up. Exhale, deepen your stretch. Stay here for a few breaths. You have few options on your palms, whichever feels best for you. Great, release your palms. Now very slowly go all the way up, stacking your vertebra one at a time on top of the other. Very slowly, like a domino blocks. Your head is down and you are lifting your head up at the very last moment on the inhale. Nice. Nice deep breath ins here. Roll your shoulders back a few times. Okay, let's do a bit of balance. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, bring them down. Next time you inhale, lift your heels up. And down. Synchronize the movement. So your palms touch each other over your head. When you reach your maximum with your feet stretch, toes stretch. And then as they come down, you touch your thighs as your heels touch the ground. Few more times, following your own breath. Or let's reward it. Let your breath guide you. Finding your balance. Ideally without socks. Nice. Last one. And stay where you are in the mountain pose. To do that, let's bring feet together. And then roll your shoulders back. Keep your chest open. Now squeeze your buttocks, truly squeeze your bum. Engage your thighs, especially inner thighs. It's almost like you try to rotate your thighs outwards. Keep your bum squeezed, shoulders away from your ears, chest is open. Arms slightly away from your body, palms facing out. And your chin is gently tucked in. Perhaps twist your pelvis forward so your spine is nice and straight. Now your spine is in one line, so how about we imagine there is a string coming out from the crown of your head. And this string is stretching your spine. You can also imagine there are some roots coming out from your feet, going into the ground. So you are nice and stable. Stretching your spine just visually. Keep your chest open, keep breathing into your chest. Mountain pose, a very solid pose. Calming the mind and bringing a sense of confidence. Perhaps you can become aware of that. Correct. And release. From now we move into cow pose, so stay where you are with your feet, or if you prefer, keep them hip distance apart. Stay standing. I will come towards the camera so you can see me better, but you stay standing. So, lift your right arm up and bring your palm onto your spine. Use the other arm to press that elbow down so you can deepen your stretch. So basically your right elbow is pointing towards the sky. It's being pressed down to help you with the stretch. That's a preparation for the cow face pose. Great. And stay where you are with the right palm. Now left palm comes from the bottom. Try to interlace your fingers. Now some of you won't be able to do that because obviously everyone has a different body. So if that's you, just use a belt or strap and gradually try to climb that strap so your palms come closer and closer towards each other. Chest open. And make sure your left shoulder is nice and away from your ear. So neck is long. You are not lifting your shoulder up. It's rather relaxing down. Still standing, engage thighs, squeezed bum, engage your core. And release. Shake if you have to. The other side, so this time left palm comes onto your upper back and you can press the left elbow with the right palm. Climbing down your spine with your fingers, checking how far can you go, opening that shoulder, taking nice deep breaths in. Okay, now stay with that arm. The right arm comes from the bottom, interlace your fingers. If you notice one side is much easier than the other, then I would recommend to do this posture maybe every day. Could be seated, doesn't have to be standing, just to balance your spine. Again, right shoulder away from your ears, left elbow pointing towards the sky. Keep breathing. Very good. Last deep breath in and release and stretch. You will really feel that stretch in the next few days, I reckon. Okay, now let's keep shaking and let's keep moving into umbrella. That's how we call it in Poland, this pose. Not sure you do in English. Simply twisting from side to side with arms relaxed. So your arms are actually gently hitting you as you twist. So relaxed, even palms and fingers. Maybe looking back, up to you. Letting go of all your tensions. Okay, coming back to neutral. Coming back onto your mat, into the middle of your mat. We'll do a couple of forward bends, but with your legs nice and wide. So perhaps you have to rotate your mat. Let's start with the palms on your hips. And make sure your feet are not parallel. Actually point your toes gently towards the center. This will protect your knees. Okay. Now inhale, look up. Exhale, bend from your hips, not from your waist, but from your hips. So your spine is nice and straight. And keep it straight, parallel to the ground. Tuck your chin in, looking down. Great, and now going deeper into your forward bend, releasing your neck. Again, yes and no with your head. If you like, you can bring your palms down. Maybe spread your legs even wider this time, as long as it feels comfortable. And try to bring the crown of your head to the mat. Nice deep breaths into whatever you're stretching. I'm sure for most of you it will be the inner thighs, the knees. Great. Straighten your arms, look up. Very good. And now walk your palms forward. So we are going into downward dog pose again, but this time with your legs nice and wide. So to go into proper dog, you have to press your palms down so that your arms are more or less in one line with your spine. Tuck your chin in. The hips didn't move. Nice deep breaths. Okay. Now, let's move into dolphin pose. I don't think we've done it before. It's almost like downward dog, but you bring your forearms down. So if you can't get there, just repeat what we've done. If you are that flexible, bring your forearms down. Maybe clasp your palms together, interlace the fingers. And the difference between downward dog and dolphin is that you can truly open your shoulders again. So if you are in dolphin, try to make sure you don't move your hips. Hips stay on the middle line. And you are pressing through your forearms to open your armpits. Great. And release. Maybe bring those feet a bit closer now. Now try to reach your big toes. Don't worry if you can't. You can always hold your shins or knees. If you hold your legs, now you can inhale looking up. Will be tricky, but try anyway. And then exhale, splay the elbows out and bring the crown of your head to the mat. Or at least that's the direction you are going to. Don't worry if there is not much difference. Everyone has a different body. Usually people who are very good with back bends are not so good with forward bends, and vice versa. It all depends on how our hips are built. Nice deep breaths into your knees, into your thighs, maybe even your calves. Go deeper as you exhale. Great. And release, look up. And bring your face down. And now bring your legs closer and closer towards each other. Very slowly rise up as we did last time. Take a couple of breaths before you are fully straight. The head comes up last. Nice, very good. Let's take a couple of deep breaths here again. Inhale, arms up. And exhale down. You can engage your heels, it's up to you. You can have a bit of balance. Otherwise, just stay breathing with your feet flat. Perhaps closing your eyes for a better focus. And the last one. Nice. Okay, shake whatever you have to shake. Definitely your legs. Nice. Okay, another balancing pose. I guess we could go for tree pose. There are different options. The easiest one will be pressing your heel against the ankle, one at a time obviously, by your knee, by your groin. That's a bit more advanced if you have a good balance. And there is even more advanced version where you put the front of your foot on top of the other thigh with the knee pointing down at the angle. So choose your option, but before you get there, make sure you're stable with the other foot. So spread the toes nice and wide, whichever foot you want to start with. Improve the inner arch, and then choose your option. I will show you the most advanced one this time. Maybe there's even more, but that's the maximum I'm familiar with. Few options here. The easiest one, bring your palms together by your heart or over your head, palms into prayer again. A nice shoulder opener as well. Or for a chest opener, bring your palms together behind you, maybe pointing fingers pointing down. Whichever you choose, the leg you are standing on is strong, the spine is straight. Good. Find your balance by looking down on the floor or on the wall in front of you. As long as the stable point. If you are in the garden, you look at the plant that is moving on the wind, it may affect your stability. Few more breaths, stretching your spine through the crown of your head towards the sky. Nice, very strong tree this time. Release when you are ready. Shake your leg if you have to. And prepare the other leg. Again, spreading the toes. Now some of you, it's interesting, not everyone can actually control their toes. So if that's you, just use your fingers to spread them nice and wide. And then improve the inner arch. And then repeat the same posture on the other side. Unless your knee is not happy. So always respect your knees. I think knees are the most vulnerable part of our bodies in the yoga practice. We do it quite slowly, but some yoga styles are very fast. For example, Ashtanga yoga. Now choose your option for your arms. For example, palms together, in front, over your head, or behind you, pointing down. If you really struggle with balance, how about imagining there's a root coming out from the bottom of your foot, grounding you deeply in the earth. Nice. Few more breaths, stretching your spine towards the sky through the crown of your head. Very good, and release. Now we've done lots of forward bends, standing ones, so we will not do the sitting ones, but we still need some good counter poses. So, sit down on your mat, and I will give you two options. The easier one is called crab. In both of them actually, you have to point your fingers towards your feet. And in the crab, you simply open the front of your body with your knees bent, knees over your ankles. That's the easy option. Harder option will be inverted plank with straight legs. So choose your option. We will stay there for 7 breaths. So either straight legs or bent legs. The most important part, you open your body, the front of your body. Now you can look towards your legs or drop your head. Whichever feels more natural. Strong core, strong legs. Remember, 7 breaths. Opening up each time you inhale, lifting higher and higher. Squeezing your palm, going a bit higher, and then come all the way down to rest. Hug your knees and close your eyes. Now let's work on our core a bit more. It will be also very good for your back. In this position, the best thing to do is boat pose. The easiest boat pose basically requires you to lift your feet off the mat. Maintain a balance, make sure there is nothing behind you, no obstacles. Bring your thighs as close to your chest as you can, feet flexed. That's stage 1. Engaging your core, opening your chest so you are not curving your spine. Stage 2, release your arms. 5 breaths. Try to keep your thighs as close to your chest as you can. Look towards your big toes. Few more breaths. And rest. Hug your thighs and close your eyes. Now some of you will do that again. The rest of you will try stage 3 or even 4. Let's try together in stages. Grab your big toes, lift your feet off the mat, and start straightening your legs. Maybe you have to hold your shins instead if you have really long legs. So that's stage 3, where you have your legs straight with support, and the support can be anywhere, calves or thighs. Or stage 4, no support. From now on, let's count to 5 breaths. Whichever stage you choose. Engage your core. Small angle between your lower and upper body. Keep looking towards your big toes. Even if you are shaking. Last deep breath in and release, but don't bring your feet down. Keep them above the floor and shake. And now rest. Okay, from here we'll go into side plank, and there are 2 options for side plank. Assuming your wrists are fine, you can go for a full plank. If you struggle with your wrist, do it on your forearm. I will demonstrate. So on the forearm, we stack one leg on top of the other, right palm on the hip or extending towards the sky. And obviously with the full one, the angle is more acute. So choose your option. Only one foot is touching the mat. Spread your fingers nice and wide. It will protect your wrist. Make sure you are nice and straight. Maybe push your pelvis forward. Very good. If you really struggle with balance, bring the bottom knee down. That's an easy option. It can be easier than this. One knee down. And when you have that knee down or not, you can maybe bring that arm over your head, over your ear. It's a quite balancing pose if your knee is straight. Very good. Stretch through your foot, stretch through your fingers. One line. Good. And release and shake. Okay, the other side. Let's do exactly what you've done. So if you've chosen forearm, do it on the forearm. If you did it on your wrist, bring the palm down. Stack one leg on top of the other, and then reach towards the sky with the other palm. Perhaps pushing your pelvis forward if you are not sure you are in one line. Strong posture, strong breathing. Lifting higher your hips. Few more breaths. Remember, you have the option for the knee. You can bring it down if you struggle with balance or strength. It takes time to build up the stamina. Last deep breath in, release. Very good. Okay, let's lay down on our stomachs. So you are nice and flat on the mat. Take your arms over your head, full body stretch. And release, stay where you are. We're gonna do scissors, so one arm, one leg at the time. Let's start with right arm, left leg, up, forehead down, inhale. Exhale down, inhale the other side. And down, keep going in your own pace. You are not only lifting up, you are stretching through your toes and fingers. Few more. And the last one. Good. Now we'll do a really interesting shoulder opener, which might be useful for some of you who want to go into headstand later. I think I will have to rotate for you. Basically, you bring the right shoulder to the mat, extend that arm to the side, you can see it, but it's facing down on the mat. And now the left palm, my left palm is under my left shoulder, and I'm pressing to rotate my body. So it's almost like in a plank. One leg is stuck onto the other, but I'm laying on the mat. And that right arm is vertical. There's 90 degrees angle to the rest of my body, but it's flat on the mat. And now, as you rotate, walk your fingers away from your body to stretch that right arm, to move that right shoulder away. Head is resting down, and soon you will notice the floor is pushing your shoulder away. Can you feel it? Maybe you can go a few inches more. Let the floor open your shoulder, pushing it away from your ears. That's right. Few more breaths. And release. And now the other side. So you will see me from the other side. That might be helpful. Head rests. Press with the right palm. Walk your fingers away from your shoulder. Use the floor to press your shoulder away. But do not twist too much. You don't want to rotate towards the sky. Just stay with your legs stacked one on top of the other. Hips relatively in one line here. And you can use the right palm for support. The head is down, resting on the mat. Nice deep breaths into your shoulder. And release. Very good. And now bring your palms under your chin. Bring your big toes together. As you inhale, lift yourself up and stay here for a few breaths. Opening your chest, engaging your core. Perhaps you can feel you're engaging your lower back as well. You actually have muscles there. Lift higher if that feels appropriate. Squeezing your bum. Last deep breath in, lift higher, and exhale, rest down. Now bring your palms together behind you, interlace your fingers, maybe pointing fingers pointing away. Inhale, allow your arms to open your upper body, lifting it off the mat. Now your neck can actually look down. If you look down, you tuck your chin in, and your neck is an extension of your spine. That might feel quite right. Keep lifting higher, pulling with your arms back, squeezing your shoulder blades. Keep breathing. And release. Good. And spread your legs nice and wide, insteps to the mat or floor. And rock your hips from side to side. Nice. Now bring your palms under your shoulders. Bring your feet together with knees nice and wide apart. And lift yourself up. Wide knee child, buttocks to heels, forehead down. Stay here for a few moments. Now we'll do a couple of hip openers. Let's move to cat or fours. And place your right knee between your palms. We are moving to swan. So your right knee is between your palms, closer towards the right palm than the left. Slide this back leg back. And the right foot can go maybe to the left edge of the mat. It's really up to you. Your hip ideally is just over your heel, but it's okay if it's a bit more out that foot. Now the easiest option, hopefully that posture feels alright, open your chest, rise onto your fingertips and look up with your chin gently tucked in. Sinking lower with your hips. That's stage 1. Some of you will move into stage 2 by laying down on the mat or maybe on your fists. Choose your option. I will show you stage 3 as well, but some of you please stay in stage 1 if that's your maximum. Stage 3, rise up with your arms over your head. It's quite a strong pose. Keep breathing, inhaling into your hips. Good, and release. And now bring that, so you stay where you were, right? The knee stays in front. Bring the back leg over and step your foot on the outside of your other thigh. Hopefully you can see me well. So your right knee is bent in front of you, the left knee is bent as well, and it's by your chest. Now let's sit here for a few moments, maybe pulling this knee towards ourselves. Nice straight back, couple of deep breaths. And from here we'll go into side twist. So take that left arm behind you. Inhale, right arm goes up, and then bend your elbow and press that elbow against the thigh or knee. Now inhale, elevate your chest. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. Stay here for a few moments. Remain aware of your spine. Inhale, open your chest more. Exhale, twist. Visualize your spine. And stretch through the crown of your head. Keep improving the posture as you inhale, straighten your back, open that chest more. Exhale, look over the left shoulder more. Your head follows the rest of the spine. 2 more breaths. Good, and release. Very gently come back to the center. And actually it's quite easy to come back onto all fours. Just come back to where you started. The other side. So your left knee comes towards the front by your left palm. Maybe take that left foot towards the edge of the mat. And maybe take the back leg back a bit. You should end up with your hip over the foot. Now rise onto your fingers and open your chest. Nice long neck. Sink lower with your hips. That's where your stretch is. Swan pose, very graceful. That's stage 1. Stage 2 will require you to lay down. Surprisingly, it's a bit harder. It's a stronger stretch, basically. Or stage 3, I showed you already, with your arms over your head. Interlacing the fingers. Letting all your tensions from your hip sink into the ground. Last deep breath. And start coming out. by bringing this back leg to your front. So we are again the same position, but on the other side. Both knees are in front of you, one down, one up. Hug this knee for now. Take a couple of deep breaths, open your chest. Prepare for a twist. Take your right arm behind you. Inhale, left arm up. Bend the elbow and then press against your knee. Look over the right shoulder. Few deep breaths. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, deepen. Keep going, keep visualizing your spine. Do not push yourself too much. Just explore your limits. Often our limits are a bit further than we think. We can achieve more than we imagine. Yet sometimes it takes time to get to know our bodies. Chest remains open. Stay with your breath. Great, and release. Well done, that was good practice. We'll do one last back bend. I hope we prepared our body enough for it. It's quite intense, so let me take some time to explain it. It's called camel pose. The easiest option is basically with your toes bent, so you are on your heels. So heels are up. Then you have to rise up. Feet stay where you are. Now the easiest option will require you to put just one palm on one of the heels at the time. But some of you will go deeper, both palms on both heels at the same time. Check if that's you. When you are there, push your hips away and drop your head. Okay? Let's try again. Let's try together. Rise one arm up and then bring it onto your heel. And then, if you like, try the other. It might be harder. It might be better to do just one at a time. If you go into this full pose, then push your hips away and drop your head. Camel pose. If you do one arm at the time, then switch your arms. And come out, maybe one arm at a time. Or stay where you are. Now some of you will do that again, some of you will go deeper. To go deeper, you have to flatten your feet. So choose your option wisely. Do not pinch too much on your back. And again, bring one arm down on your heel. If your feet are flat, the heel is further away. And then the other. It's not very graceful, I didn't do it for a while. And then the rules are the same. Push your hips away, drop your head. And rise up when you are ready. Sit down on your heels. But if you can, sit between your heels. I don't know if you can see my position. Today I'm dressed like the color of my mat. But check if you can bring your feet to the sides of your hips. That's where a pillow or block might come handy. If it's too hard for you, just place this block or pillow under your buttocks. And that should be possible. Good. So you are here. That's not the end. I mean, some of you will stay here. Some of you will go lower. Coming down onto your forearms. Check if that feels comfortable. I'm naturally very good with back bends, but not so good with forward bends because it really depends on your hips. So it might be that the back bend, the forward bend was easy for you, but this one is quite hard. Just be patient with yourself. Obviously, if you have a pillow, it will be harder pose to go down. This is not the end. You can lower yourself down. You can simply lay down. Check if that's suitable for you. And then your selected position, stay for a few breaths. Nice. And slowly coming out, releasing your legs gently. They might be not used to this kind of posture. And lay down on your mat and give yourself a hug. Rock from side to side. You've done so much with your back today. Good. Now extend those legs towards the sky. 90 degrees angle. A couple of breaths. That's our first inversion. Some of you will stay here, but some of you, please feel free to go into shoulder stand or headstand. This is stage 1. If you are familiar with shoulder stand, please get there. I can remind you what are the rules, the guidelines. Basically, you have to lift your bum and grab it with your palms. But before you straighten your legs, puff up your chest and protect your neck by tucking your chin in. And you can stay here with your knees bent, maybe even on your forehead. That's quite pleasant and easy. Some of you will start straightening the legs. And as I said, if you are familiar with headstands, just go into your headstand now, ideally by the wall to have extra protection. So we are now in the shoulder stand, staying with the breath, tucking the chin in so your neck is nice and long on the mat. Good. Noticing how your body feels. We did lots of breathing, so I'm pretty sure you feel quite oxygenated. And then you can maybe even bring those legs up to vertical. Still resting your hips in your palms. That's not a hard option. Obviously depends on your level of experience. Now it's interesting, every time I look to the screen to see if everything is fine, I'm worried that my screen froze because I'm not moving, because we stay in those postures without any movement. Okay, you can go even deeper if you are in a shoulder stand by sliding your palms down the spine. Only if your neck is happy. I'm not gonna do it now, but there is a more advanced shoulder stand without support, where you don't use your palms. You simply lay them down on the floor or lift them up so they are by your sides, on your thighs. You can try it later maybe with some blanket for extra support, especially under your shoulders. Staying with your breath. Pointing towards the sky, whatever option you chose. A headstand, shoulder stand, or just legs up. And you can rest those legs up the wall if that feels more appropriate. Now, some of you might move into plow with your legs over your face and chest, perhaps still using your palms for support, or going even further and taking those palms towards your feet over your head. Choose your option mindfully, depending on what your body can do. Inhaling into your body. If you have enough, maybe rest those knees on your forehead. Few more moments, explore what are your options here. If you are still in the shoulder stance, then why not to play with your knees and bend them maybe into a kind of seated pose but upside down. Plenty of options. If you are in a headstand, you can splay your legs out as well, bend or stride in any direction you like. Keep playing to keep it interesting. Now take a couple of deep breaths into your body, laying down and becoming aware of the connection your body makes with the ground. Maybe your legs feel heavy. That's a good sign. Just let them rest on the floor. Perhaps you can become aware of the texture of your mat or your clothing surrounding your legs. With your inner eye, scan your legs. Check if you hold any unnecessary tensions still. And if so, take a couple of deep breaths into your ankles. Become aware of your ankles. Good. And your lower legs. Take a few breaths there. Becoming aware of your knees as well. Relaxing your knees. And your thighs. And I'm sure your thighs can feel the connection with the ground. Maybe you can notice its temperature. Now you keep laying down. I'm sitting just so you can hear me better, but you lay down. Good. And hips, become aware of your hips. Take a few deep breaths there. And now take deep breaths into your legs. Ankles, lower legs, knees, upper legs and hips. Nice deep breaths into both legs at the same time. Simply imagine your breath can go into your legs. And when you are ready, you will chant Ah. Deep breath in, focusing on your legs only, chant the sound. Two more times. Try yourself, it makes a big difference whether it's me or you chanting. And the next deep breath in, your last one. Great, releasing all the tensions, physical and not physical ones. Okay, now travel with your awareness up your body into your torso. First, let's find your belly. Find your belly with your inner eye and all the internal organs. and bring a sense of gratitude for all the hard work they do for you. Nice. Find your lower back, nice and flat on the mat. Become aware of the texture of the ground. Nice deep breaths there. You can notice that as your belly expands, the lower back comes into more contact with the ground. And releasing everything you don't need. It doesn't have to be a physical tension. Anything you want to let go of. Finding your chest. And opening your chest as you inhale. It does it by itself. You can just observe. And then notice how your ribcage drops a bit as you exhale. Notice the movement. And inhale into your heart. With a sense of gratitude towards yourself. A sense of love. Giving yourself space to love yourself. And being thankful for how you live your life. How you choose to live your life. Upper back in the contact with the ground. Again, as you inhale, they press down into the ground. Strong connection there. Releasing any tensions you may find as you exhale and bringing the sensations of peace and bliss. And after this meditation, I will send you a link to a really beautiful track you can listen to in your own time. And inhale into your shoulders, including the shoulder blades, nice and flat on the ground, relaxed. Releasing the neck, allowing your head to be heavy on the ground. And now take a nice deep breath in into your upper body, your torso, shoulders, even arms, both arms. Next time you exhale, chant "Oh," focusing on your upper body only, including your arms, but not head yet. Deep breath in again. And the last one. Beautiful. Letting go of everything you don't need. Everything that's holding you back. And travel with your awareness into your neck. And then your face, your jaws, gums, lips, cheeks, nose, eyelids, and forehead. And relax your face next time you exhale. Deepening your sensations, sensations of blissfulness and peace. Perhaps smiling gently, noticing all the nice feelings. And at the same time, allow your head to be heavy on the mat. Heavy head, relaxed face. You really don't need a single muscle to be in this posture. The floor supports you. The name Shavasana, the name of this posture, actually translates to corpse pose. So you can fully relax, and the corpse pose symbolizes death and rebirth. Stay with your breath. And the last sound we chant is letter M. So let's do it by thinking only on our head, about our head. Deep breath in. I'm sure you could feel the vibration in your head only. Let's do that again. And the last one. And as we've done at the beginning, we will chant Aum on one exhale, traveling with our awareness through the entire body. As we make sound Ah, we focus on the legs and then upper body and head. Deep breath in. Two more times. Letting go, staying with yourself as you are, and letting go of anything that may hold you back from this. Your body is a safe space you can always come back to. In yoga, our body is our temple. Stay with your breath. Let the breath breathe you. beautiful chimes, which I managed to buy in Dharamshala, where Dalai Lama lives in India. Beautiful vibration. Okay. Come back to your body by moving your toes and fingers. Stretching whatever you feel needs stretching. Perhaps taking your arms over your head for a full body stretch through your fingers and your feet. Take your time. Keep laying down, stretching as if you just woken up. As I said, Shavasana symbolizes rebirth, so now you are a new person, ready to start a completely new day. And now bring your knees by your chest so that you can roll yourself from side to side again. And now roll onto your right. Let your feet drop and rest. Head on your shoulder. Stay here for a few moments. This one is called the restorative pose. Stay there for a few moments. Stay with your breath. Reconnecting with all those blissful sensations within you. And then when you are ready, start lifting your upper body up into sitting. And obviously I took more time than I usually want to take, so it will be 12 soon. So if you have to rush, that's fine. I have one more exercise for you. If you really want to stay within yourself throughout the day, the exercise is called 7 gates. And you will have to close all your senses. So basically you will close your ears, just pressing on that little part of your ear here. So you will be pressing with your thumbs. Obviously don't do it yet because you will not hear me. Then you can use the ring fingers to cover your nostrils. And then you can use the other fingers to cover your eyelids. So we will take nice deep breath in, cover all 3, and then sound M again, and see how that feels. When you are ready, join me. Few more times. Stay with your eyes closed, especially your ears closed. Keep chanting. Last one. And when you are ready, you can release your arms. Okay, we will wait for some. The thing is that you really can't hear instructions when the ears are closed, but hopefully you could feel how powerful this was. Thank you so much for coming again. Have a wonderful Sunday, and may all those sensations you experience stay with you for maybe more than just today. Thank you. Namaste.